What is going on, everyone? Rick Ucchino here for Sportskeeda, once again joining you to talk about another episode of Friday Night SmackDown, which saw 3 Survivor Series qualifying matches, a huge championship matchup, and a return to action for one superstar. The question is, what did WWE get right this week on the blue brand? Well, it certainly wasn't Lars Sullivan. Please, for the love of God, give that man his shirt back. I'm sorry I ever made fun of this medium polo. But let's stick to the positives this week, shall we? Let's talk about the things SmackDown got absolutely right this week. And we'll start with the obvious. Sasha Banks retaining her SmackDown Women's Championship. Folks, 1,998 days, over 5 years. That is how long it has been since Sasha Banks successfully defended a singles championship in a televised match in WWE. May 20th, 2015, it was NXT TakeOver Unstoppable. She defeated Becky Lynch to retain her NXT Women's Championship. It's really unbelievable to think that one of the most talented and highly decorated women's wrestlers in company history has gone that long without retaining a championship. But finally, the streak is over. The Boss defeated her former best friend Bayley in a rematch from Hell in a Cell, getting her to tap out once again to the bank statement. It's a moment that probably should have been made a bit of a bigger deal about, probably should have happened at a pay-per-view, but hey, with Survivor Series around the corner, I get why they did what they did when they did. Doesn't make me any less happy about it. Made sure to chug a Steve Weiser on the SK post show, Smack Talk, every Friday at 10 o'clock. Make sure I celebrate the victory the right way. Let's just hope this is the start of a very lengthy and career-defining title run for Sasha Banks, because if anyone has earned one, it's the Boss. Number 2, I had to bring up Sasha first so I could talk about the returning Carmella. It wasn't a surprise return, as she made mention the week prior that she'd be on the show Friday, but the untouchable Carmella made a big splash in her return to television. As the Boss was celebrating her victory on the ramp, the Staten Island Princess, in a brand new shiny red outfit complete with thigh-high go-go boots, gave the Boss some sweet chin music, making it quite clear she's got next. This is the absolute right choice for Sasha's next feud. First off, Carmella has been on the sideline for way too long. She has been MIA from WWE programming for months now, and prior to that hiatus, they weren't really doing much with her anyway. I'm not entirely sure what the new character is all about, but inserting her immediately into a program with Sasha Banks makes her feel like a big deal. It has been a long time since Carmella has been in the title picture, and it's nice to see her get an opportunity to shine. I don't think she should take the title from Banks, but a 2 or 3 month program could definitely be good for both women in the long run. Plus, it would give someone like, Bianca Belair time to rack up some big wins and slowly work her way to Sasha Banks and that SmackDown Women's Championship. And finally, number 3 this week, the Bloodline having beef with Kevin Owens. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, they are both just on another level right now when it comes to both character development and on-screen performances. I could spend the entire video talking about how good they've been over the last several weeks, but I want to look ahead at what WWE seems to be setting up. Roman Reigns' next match, as we know, will be against Randy Orton at Survivor Series and a champion versus champion showdown. Once that is all said and done, Reigns is going to need someone to step up and challenge him for that Universal Championship. Following the events we saw on Friday night, where Roman Reigns not only talked Adam Pearce into booking a match between KO and Jey Uso, he would later cost Owens that matchup with a distraction, which would allow a good old sucker punch to the gonads, so to speak, a super kick and a splash, and allowed Jey to pick up the victory. Uso, by the way, has been on quite the roll lately, beating now Kevin Owens, along with AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. But I do not expect KO to take this loss lying down. A battle between Kevin Owens and the Bloodline should eventually lead to KO and Reigns for that Universal Championship. Much like Carmella, it has been far too long since the prize fighter has legitimately lived up to his nickname. Could Kevin Owens be the one to dethrone the tribal chief? Only time will tell.